Hey guys, welcome to Charger Games. This is Raja and this is another Unity 2D racing game tutorial. So when we left off, we had something like this. So we can do all these things and now we are converting this game to Android. So before you watch this thing, I'm gonna stress that before you watch and continue with this, you should already have a development environment set up. You should already have your Unity set up for Android development, and I have discussed about that in my previous video, and I have already made a few videos which will show you how to set up your development environment for Android. So make sure to check out those videos. I will probably link them down below, or make sure to check out the previous video which will show you which videos to watch. So with that being said, let's get started. So before starting, let's go to File, Build Settings, and as you can see, we have PC, Mac, and Linux standalone here. And as you can see, current platform is PC, Mac, and Linux standalone. From that, we're gonna select Android and click on Switch Platform. So what that will do is this will compress the sprites and do everything so that our game now becomes compatible for Android. So now our current platform is Android. As you can see from here, our current platform is Android. So in this video, what you're gonna do is we're gonna scale our game so that it gets reduced or it gets scaled accordingly to the screen size. As you can see, if I just reduce the screen size, as you can see, even if I reduce the screen size, the buttons remain the same size. But since we are developing it for Android and different Android devices has different resolutions, so we have to have a mechanism so that the button gets small or the UI components get small when we are putting this game in a different device accordingly. So we have to do something so that it gets scaled to different sizes for different devices. So that's what we're going to achieve in this video. Now I have already made a video on my Android series about this topic where I have discussed elaborately about this thing. Now I'm going to link that video in the description below, so you should check that video out. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. So once you have set up your development environment, now what you can do is you can select the canvas. As you can see, this canvas component is the parent of all the UI elements. So if I want to scale all the UI elements, I need to do something to the canvas so that everything which is upon the canvas gets scaled accordingly. So after selecting the canvas, you can see here we have a canvas scaler component. And from the canvas scaler component, we have a UI scale mode which is set at constant pixel size. So that means that the size of the UI will be constant pixel size and it will never get reduced, never get expanded. Instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to select scale with screen size. Okay, and scale with screen size means now the canvas components and the UI components will get scaled according to the screen size. Now probably you will get a smaller, very small version of this button on the score, but because you shouldn't have this reference resolution set as 480 by 800. Now, since we are developing it for 480 by 800, so that's why you need to set the reference resolution at 480 by 800. Just do that and you will get something similar to me. And after that, one more thing we can do is, as you can see here, we have a match component which shows how much we want to match the width and the height of the screen according to the device. Now, instead of matching completely to the width or completely to the height, we want to match equally to the width and the height, and we're gonna make the value 0.5. So that means whenever the screen size changes, this value will be matched accordingly equally to the width and the height as well. Now, one more thing you may have faced whenever you did this, if you haven't anchored your pause button to this side, then maybe you have faced something wrong. Maybe your pause button has come here or here. So in order to solve that, all you have to do is you just go to select the pause button and keep your mouse on the scene view and press F key on your keyboard. Now this is the mouse button. Now you're gonna need to move it at the position where you want. Let's say I'm gonna move it here, and from the rect transform component, if I click here, from here you need to select this one. because we want it to be anchored on the top right position. So we want it to be anchored at the top right position so that it always remains anchored to this position, and it always remains at the same distance from this position. Okay, now whenever we try to reduce the screen size, it will remain the same. So let's play and check out what we have done. So now after playing, if I try to reduce the screen size, as you can see, whenever I'm reducing the screen size, the buttons and all the UI components are getting scaled accordingly. So this is what we wanted to achieve, and we have achieved that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something, and this is going to be very, very helpful. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and see you in next video where we'll be doing much more cool stuff.